With thousands of 5-star reviews, can the $50 Formax Scout by Cold Steel outperform knives that cost 6 to 8 times as much? Let's find out. The Cold Steel Formax Scout, which can be found as low as $50, weighs in at 9.96 ounces or 282 grams. Features a full 4-inch Austin A drop point blade with black protective coating or stonewash finish, measuring at 58 through 60 HRC for hardness. The ambidextrous thumb studs make deployment of this knife simple and ideal for everyday carry. The blade is held open by the legendary triad lock designed by Andrew Dimko, which is a lock-back design. The knife is made in Taiwan, and today we have this best certified sharpness tester, which comes with these aluminum test clips and this chart. A rating of 0 to 100 is the equivalent to a double-edged razor blade. 50 to 200 is equivalent to a utility razor. 250 to 350 is common for new high-end cutlery, and anything above 400 needs maintenance or repair. Straight from the manufacturer, the Formax's sharpness is measured at a 178, which is a very impressive start to this lineup. Next, we have the Benchmade Adamas. Price, $325. Weighs in at 6.3 ounces or 178 grams. Features a 3.8-inch CPM Crewwear drop point blade with a protective Cerakote for anti-corrosion. Measuring 63 to 65 HRC for hardness, noticeably higher than the Cold Steel, which may play a factor in edge retention. We will test that today. The ambidextrous thumb studs offer rapid deployment, making this ideal for everyday carry. This knife is made in USA. Out of the box, the Adamas' sharpness is measured at a less sharp 187 than the Formax, but still impressive. Third is the Olive Knives Lenta in LMAX. Price, $330. Weighs in at 4.95 ounces or 140 grams, which is the lightest knife tested so far. Features a 3.1-inch proprietary Fibonacci ground drop point blade in LMAX steel and a stonewash finish. 60 to 61.5 HRC for hardness. The crescent-shaped opening in the blade offers smooth and rapid deployment, ideal for everyday carry use. The blade is held open by a double compression spring crossbar locking mechanism. The knife is made in USA. Out of the box, the Lenta is the sharpest knife so far with a very slicey 146. The Cold Steel AD10, price $98. Weighs in at 7.03 ounces or 199 grams. Features a 3.5-inch drop point blade in S35VN steel with satin finish. 58 to 61 HRC for hardness. The ambidextrous thumb studs make opening this knife smooth and making it ideal for everyday carry. The blade is held open by the legendary triad lock designed by Andrew Dimko, which is a lock-back design. This knife is made in Taiwan. From the manufacturer, the AD10 comes just behind the Lenta with a sharpness of 147. The Microtech MSI, price $193. Weighs in at an impressive 4.72 ounces or 133 grams, which is the lightest knife on this list. Features a 3.9-inch sheep's foot blade in Bowler M390 steel with stonewash finish. 61 to 63 HRC for hardness. The generous thumb hole makes deployment of this knife snappy and effortless, perfect for everyday carry use. The blade is held open by a large compression spring crossbar locking mechanism. The knife is made in USA. Out of the box, now the sharpest knife tested with a hair-popping sharpness of 138. The Cold Steel AD15, price $130. Weighing in at 6.54 ounces or 185 grams, which is a small bit heavier than the Benchmade Adamas, features a 3.5-inch S35VN drop point blade with satin finish. 58 to 61 HRC for hardness. The ambidextrous thumb studs makes this knife ideal for everyday carry. The blade is held open by the innovative Scorpion lock designed by Andrew Dimko, which is a lock-back design. This knife is made in Taiwan. Out of the box, this knife takes the lead with a ridiculous sharpness of 129. The Zero Tolerance 0203, price $296. Weighing in at 6.45 ounces or 182 grams. Featuring a 4-inch CPM M4 steel drop point blade with PVD protective coating. 64 to 66 HRC for hardness, making it the hardest knife tested so far. The ambidextrous thumb studs make deployment of this knife great for everyday carry. The knife is held in the open position by a crossbar locking mechanism. The knife is made in USA. The Zero Tolerance is the least sharp knife tested so far at a rating of 207. The Cold Steel 5 Max, price $350. Weighing in at a whopping 13.4 ounces or 380 grams, making this the heaviest knife on this list. Featuring a large 5-inch CPM S35VN drop point blade with black stonewash finish, 58 to 61 HRC for hardness. The ambidextrous thumb studs make opening this large knife simple and rather easy. Good for everyday carry camping, and hiking. This knife is held open by the legendary Triad lock designed by Andrew Dipko. This is a lock-back design. The knife is made in Taiwan. The 5 Max claims 3rd place for out-of-the-box sharpness with a sharpness of 142, narrowly edging out the Lenta and L Max by all of knives. The Extrema Ratio RAW 2, price $419, weighing in at 11.56 ounces or 327 grams. Making it the 2nd heaviest folding knife on this list. Featuring a robust 4.7-inch drop point blade made from N690 steel with a protective black coating on the blade. 58 HRC for hardness. With no thumb holes, thumb studs, or flipper tabs on this knife, it is not ideal for EDC, but is designed around chopping performance and backwoods use as stated by the manufacturer. We will test that today. This knife is held open in the locked position by a vertical crossbar compression spring with an optional and additional steel safety pin lock pin for additional security during hard use. This knife is made in Italy. The RAW 2 makes its sharpness debut with a respectable 181. The last knife on this list is the Olive Knives Lenta in tungsten carbide. Price $330. Weighing in at 5.1 ounces or 144 grams. With only a 1.5 millimeter thick blade, this is the thinnest knife we are testing today. Featuring a 3.1-inch tungsten carbide drop point blade, 71 HRC for hardness, making this the hardest knife on this list. Will this be a factor for edge retention or brittleness? The crescent-shaped thumb hole offers smooth and rapid deployment, ideal for everyday carry. The blade is held open via a double compression coil spring crossbar lock. The knife, made in USA. With a staggering sharpness of 121, the tungsten carbide Lenta pulls into the top spot as the sharpest knife tested today. The first test we performed is a cut test with a length of 1/2-inch thick utility rope from Lowe's. Each knife was required to perform 10 cuts. This establishes a good baseline outside of general sharpness for overall ease of use, ergonomics, and edge geometry. Real-world, practical cutting performance and sharpness are not always synonymous with one another. As we expected, each of the knives tested made very light work of the chosen baseline test medium. As we are predominantly a prepping and adventure channel, we needed to take these knives into the backwoods of South Texas to simulate daily tasks required for survival or primitive camping type scenarios. Feather sticking or wood curls was the next step in the testing process, as it is more practical for a wilderness setting and with it being a vital component for Firecraft. Each knife was required to perform 30 cuts or create up to 30 curls. Despite the overbuilt nature of most of these knives, they seem to perform this delicate task with relative ease and adequate proficiency. The third test, create 4 tent stakes. This seems like a simple and yet again straightforward task, and it is. But this quickly became an endurance test. Factors such as weight, edge retention, and ergonomics play a much bigger role in this test, as with the creation of only 1 stake, it takes a little over 100 cuts. That is 400 plus cuts per knife and over 4,000 plus cuts collectively amongst all the knives tested. Some standouts in this test were the Benchmade Adamas and Olive Knives Lenta in both variants. Each knife completed this task just under or right at the 7-minute mark. In stark contrast with knives like the Zero Tolerance 0203 and the Cold Steel 5 Max, which took significantly longer, around the 11 to 12-minute mark, the 0203 suffered the most from an ergonomic standpoint, making it highly uncomfortable after just a few minutes of use. Where the Cold Steel was far more comfortable ergonomically, but it was just far heavier, causing more substantial fatigue after prolonged use. The remaining 6 knives completed the creation of the 4 tent stakes with a relative time averaging 8 to 8.5 minutes in total. Though this is a subjective test, here is a chart showcasing each knife tested and how they ranked in the tent stake making test. With these being folding knives, testing the locking mechanism was the next logical step. Though these are not replacements for a full tang fixed blade knife, if you need your EDC knife to go above and beyond when the need or circumstance arises, will the locking mechanism hold strong and keep your digits intact if pushed past what is normally required for an everyday carry folder? Each of the 10 knives were required to perform 5 spine wax and 5 overstrikes on the same 3-foot diameter petrified pecan tree trunk. These tests put short bursts of tremendous stress on the locking mechanisms. This type of shock to the knives is sending thousands of vibrations throughout the knife, causing some locking mechanisms to fail or merely disengage when subjected to this level of stress. Out of the 10 knives tested, only 3 suffered mechanical lock failures during this phase of testing. The Cold Steel 8015 disengaged once during the 5 spine wax, but remained solidly open during the 5 overstrikes phase of testing. The zero tolerance 0203 suffered a disengagement once during the spine wax test and also had a single lock failure during the overstrikes testing segment. Finally, the Extrema Ratio RAL2 did well during the spine wax testing, but the vertical crossbar lock disengaged 5 out of 5 times during the overstrike test. The remaining 7 knives did not fail either portion of this stretch of testing. Continuing along the parameters of stress testing our folding knives, Texas mesquite wood felt like a perfect choice as it is very hard and dense as well as being rather unforgiving to work with. Each knife was required to process, aka baton, through at least 3 pieces of mesquite. This again shocks the locking mechanisms, stop pins, and the blades themselves. A few obvious standouts in this category of testing were the Extrema Ratio RAL2 with the inclusion of its security lock pin, the Cold Steel 5 Max, and the cheapest of the bunch, which is the Cold Steel 4 Max Scout. All 3 knives blasted through the mesquite with relative ease, making this task far more enjoyable than the chore it actually is. 2 knives did struggle a bit during the batoning phase of testing. That was the Olive Knives Lenta in tungsten carbide, as well as the zero tolerance 0203. The tungsten Lenta suffered only to the fact that it is a 1.5 millimeter thick blade, whereas the 0203 by zero tolerance suffered a locking mechanism failure. Something to note is the tungsten carbide Lenta by Olive Knives did suffer a small chip at the top near the spine next to the lock pin of the locking mechanism. The 5 remaining knives all completed the stress test of wood batoning in a satisfactory manner where none of them inherently overperformed, but none made the test feel like a struggle or hassle. A critical element in the outdoors is fire starting. To make this test as forgiving as possible, we chose one of the best fire steels on the market, as well as the legendary fluffy tinder tabs. Every knife we tested succeeded in this test. Some knives, 3 in particular, were absolute standouts, making the process of starting a campfire almost too easy. These were the Cold Steel 8015, the Benchmade Adamas, as well as the Cold Steel 8010. One knife struggled a bit in this area, as it has very few, if no, sharp edges, except for a small portion of aggressive jimping on its spine, which was the Olive Knives Lenta in LMAX. After spending all day shocking and stress testing the knives' locking mechanisms, it was time to test the tips. Given all these knives are either drop point or sheep's foot in design, needless to say, these are some of the most reliable designs for knives that demand harder use. However, throughout testing, one knife did experience a catastrophic failure, which was the zero tolerance 0203. The M4 steel tip snapped off during the second stab during the tip test, which ended the test abruptly. To note, it did have the most acute tip, which may have contributed to this issue. The 9 remaining knives performed and passed this test with flying colors. The final, edge retention. The Cold Steel 4 Max Scout started with a sharpness of 178, and after several days of testing, ended at 202, which still makes for it to be a rather sharp knife, only dropping 24 points in sharpness. The Benchmade Adamas, starting at a sharpness of 187, after several days of testing still holds a strong edge at 199, only a 12-point drop. The Olive Knives Lenta in LMAX was a standout in edge retention. Starting out with a sharpness of 146, it maintained an excellent edge at 152, only dropping 6 points. The Cold Steel 8010 started with a sharpness of 147 and still holds a solid edge at 183, dropping 36 points. The Microtech MSI had an impressive sharpness at 138 and held a great edge at 198, dropping 60 points. The Cold Steel 8015 started out with a staggering 129 sharpness and after days of testing ended at 176, dropping 47 points. The Zero Tolerance 0203 had the least sharp edge starting at 207 and ended with 303, a 96-point drop. The Cold Steel 5 Max started with a hair-popping sharpness of 142 and ended with a 216, a 74-point drop. The Extrema Ratio RAL2 started sharper than the Benchmade Adamas and Zero Tolerance at 181, but dropped to the second lowest overall at 292, a 111-point drop. The Olive Knives Lenta in tungsten started out at the sharpest of the day at 121, and with an HRC of 71, it is no surprise it concluded the testing with a seriously impressive sharpness of 137, only a 16-point drop. If edge retention is a major factor for you, here is a chart displaying each knife's beginning and ending sharpness after several days of testing. Out of the 10 knives we tested today, which one was your favorite? And bear in mind, this video was viewer suggested, so I hope you do us a favor and leave us a like and a comment on this video. So opinion time. Out of all the knives that we tested today, which knife did I feel did the worst out of all 10? It's actually going to be the Extrema Ratio RAW 2. Why? It only had one catastrophic failure, but here's a few things that are kind of nitpicky and gripey that kind of just kill it for me overall. This is the most expensive knife in this category, which is $420. Additionally, it kind of requires a stop pin to disengage a fundamental flaw in their vertical crossbar lock system that they have. If they literally made one fundamental change of taking this vertical crossbar lock and moving it laterally like all the other designs are, I feel that they would no longer need the stop pin and it would fix the fatal flaw. With this knife being the most expensive, I expect the most. So if I had to give you my overall top 3, that's an easy choice. The first one would be the Olive Knives in L-Max steel with the Fibonacci grind. Next on the list is the Microtech MSI. And finally, it's going to be the Benchmade Adamas. With the Benchmade Adamas being a tried and true tested design, it held excellent edge retention, it was rock solid throughout, and it never gave me a single problem. The reason I chose the Lenta by Olive Knives in the Fibonacci grind is one, the grind is innovative. Overall, out of days and days of testing, this thing only lost 6 points of edge retention, which is absolutely insane. They're doing everything right with the double coil compression strings, the deep carry pocket clip. It's very thin, robust design, the no-nonsense G10 handle scales, the drop point blade. It kind of just ticks all of the boxes. And finally, with the MSI, this was my first experience overall hard use testing a Microtech knife design. I have been able to own an MSI in aluminum, and I've been able to handle some of the really high-end custom pieces in the past. However, if price rules the day and you need the biggest budget banger for your money, sub $100, that's an easy one with the Cold Steel 8010 S35BN, aluminum liners, G10 handle scales. This is a rock. You can find this as cheap as 98 bucks, which is what we paid for ours. And then obviously, the Cold Steel Formax Scout for $50 freaking. Now the street prices vary, highs and lows, depending on what retailer you go through, but I have found this as cheaply as 50 bucks. We hope you guys drop us a like and share this out with your friends and family in your social media networks so we can keep growing, thriving, and making awesome videos for you guys. But that just about does it for now. Hope you guys have an absolute wonderful day. I'm out.